Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Little Shop of Nerds. Here's the two co-hosts. Mike, what's up?
And Julia.
All right, today we got our last week's hint was Nezuko-chan. That means we're going to be talking about Demon Slayer. And here's the thing: I've seen all of the Demon Slayer seasons. Seasons 1, 2, and 3, and even the train movie one.
Mugen Train movie.
Yeah, the Mugen Train movie. Julia only saw the first season.
I've only seen the first season so far. I'm so far behind on Demon Slayer. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of split this up into a few episodes. First season today, and then later on, we'll do Mugen Train, and then we'll do the second and third season together since those are only 11 episodes.
Alrighty. Alright, how Demon Slayer starts off, it's pretty much a boy named Tanjiro. Did I pronounce that right?
Tanjiro, yeah.
Alright, good. First time in a long time. Well, like I said, Tanjiro, he lives in the mountains with his mother and his brothers and sisters. He goes deliver, was it wood or coal?
It was coal.
Right, he delivers coal. And he's trying to make, but one thing, he lives in the mountainside, so that means it's going to get bad with snow because during the season. And there's a man that he knew while he's walking back. I think it was one of his neighbors or so.
Yeah, I think it was somebody that was at the bottom of the mountain.
And he told him he needed to stay because he thought it was because of the snow, but he didn't want Tanjiro to be outside at night because demons hunt at night. And you need to know one thing about Demon Slayer. Demons have weaknesses. One is cutting off their head. If you cut off their head, they pretty much die and disintegrate. But that's also another thing.
But doesn't their head have to be cut off by a Demon Slayer in order for it to kill them?
Demon Slayer sword, yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing is, here's the thing. Yes, you can cut it, he'd be dead, but sometimes they can, like, say, if it's not completely off, and if they can get it in time, then they can regenerate it back, I think. But that's, like, in later. But anyways, if they cut it, they die. Or sunlight. That's why Demon Slayers want to cut their heads off, because sunlight is more torture to them. It's kind of like you see in a vampire movie when vampires in the sun, they start to burn.
Yeah, vampires don't sparkle, by the way.
Damn Twilight ruined vampires. And werewolves.
Yeah, so anyway, Tanjiro gets stopped by his neighbor, and he tells him to stop. And like Mike said, he just thought that it was, because of the snow, but it was just demons are out. And he goes home the next morning after breakfast, and he sees his entire family. Well, he starts to smell blood, because Tanjiro has a very strong sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
And he smells the scent of blood, and then he found almost his entire family murdered, massacred, and blood everywhere, except for Nezuko. Nezuko is the only one that survived out of all of this, but she turned into a demon.
Yep.
So he picks up her body. He's trying to get her to the doctor, and then she turns, tries to attack him, and he kind of reasoned with her a little bit. And then this guy showed up, and oh god, I can't remember his name. His voice actor is Johnny Young Bosch, his English voice actor. He shows up and he kind of saves Tanjiro from getting eaten by his sister.
Here's the guy's name.
Okay, it is Tomioka. That's what it was, Tomioka. So, Tanjiro actually starts to fight Tomioka. And Nezuko protects Tanjiro. And then that's when Tamioka realized, hey, this demon's different from all the other demons.
Mm-hmm.
So then
It'll explain more when you get into the seasons why she's like that and other stuff. And hell, there's even a part where in the middle of the season where the head demon was
oh god, his name's even hard to pronounce.
Muzan.
Yeah, so the head demon dude, he can change demons, like, or people into demons. And he did it before, like, in the middle of, like, because Tanjiro found him, because he could smell him. And he found him, and, he actually changed a person into a demon, like, right in the middle of everybody, just to create chaos, because Tanjiro found him.
And the guy's name is Muzan.
Muzan Kibutsuji.
And when you meet him for the first time, right? He's like wearing, a suit and a fedora.
Kind of looks like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and the music video "Smooth Criminal." Actually, there's been memes on that.
Yeah, I've seen it too. It's like, I've seen a meme where it's like Michael Jackson didn't die, he just went to Demon Slayer.
Oh. Wait, the first time I ever saw him wearing that stuff, I was like, "You've been struck back." Well, better not, because we don't.
We don't want to hear you sing, anyways.
Well, that we also don't want to get sued by freaking.
We'll just get a copyright check. It's fine.
Like how Smosh did when they did Pokemon.
No, that was a little different.
Yeah,
You're just singing like a little bit of it. It's fine.
Well, either way, right? Back to it. Like I said, now one thing about Muzan, when he sees Tanjiro, because when he sees his red scar on his forehead and his earrings are the Empire flag.
No, they're Hanafuda.
Well,
Hanafuda earrings. His dad used to wear them.
Yeah, and when you think about it, you keep like, and this is what fans will guess, saying that his dad used to be a demon slayer. Some say not. I know the answer, but I'm not gonna get.
Like, I have my suspicions that probably his dad might have been a demon slayer, because he does seem to be quite. Because, okay, so there was a fight later on in the series where he was fighting against the Spider family. And Tanjiro's sword was broken. And he was able to change his technique from water to fire. And I think that, his dad was probably a demon slayer, and his technique was fire.
That there's also a theory that when Tanjiro gets his sword, it turns black. Now, his master's saying maybe he'll die or he won't be a demon slayer for a long time. But in my theory, it explains why it's black. It's because of the sun or fire or whatever. If it was fire, it'd be red. But in my opinion, there's different types of technique than fire technique. Sorry for the spoils. There's a thing called sun breathing technique. And that gets later on in the series, which we'll talk about. Like I said, I seen everything up to the Sword Valley arc, so.
Yeah, and I haven't. I almost got to watch Mugen Train last night, but some stuff came up, so I didn't get to watch Mugen Train. But I will definitely be catching up here pretty soon. Because I am watching like a lot of different anime at the moment, so.
Right. Well, like I said, there's a sun breathing technique, which
we probably shouldn't get into that since I don't know anything about that.
Well, yet. That's also.
I don't want to go into spoiler territory.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about the technique. That's why I'm just saying why the sword took black, because people say, well, it's the sun, shouldn't it be yellow or something? I'm like, Not really. If you wore like black clothes during this hot summer,
Okay. Let's not get into it.
that's
I'll get to it. We'll get to it eventually. So yeah, so he fights against the spiders. Nezuko uses her blood demon art for the first time, saving Tanjiro, and then Tomioka shows up and actually kills the demon, who was actually one of the 12 Kizuki. And like I think it was the last episode. Well, anyways, before we get to that, Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu were horribly injured during this fight with these spider demons. And Shinobu, which is one of the 12 Hashira, along with Tomioka, came and saved them. And they, helped heal them and helped train them and stuff like that. But before, they allowed that, they were going to be killed. Him and Nezuko, Tanjiro and Nezuko were going to be killed because it's, I think, illegal for a demon and a demon slayer to travel together and work together. And so, like, freaking, they had Tanjiro all tied up. Nezuko was still in her little box. And then, I don't know his name because I don't care because he's a dick. But the My Hero Academia looking dude.
The dude with the white hair.
He looks like he's from My Hero Academia. Tried to, he tried to provoke Nezuko into...
What's this? The guy?
Yes. I don't see his name. Sanemi Shinajugawa. I'm just gonna call him the My Hero Academia looking character. It looks like somebody from My Hero Academia.
Or just say he looks like a knockoff from Bakugo.
Oh, that too. He's definitely something. So, anyways, he tries to provoke Nezuko into... Because Tanjiro and Tanjiro's master is like, Nezuko has been hypnotized to see every human as her family. So, she would never attack a human. But the Bakugo knockoff decided that he was going to stab Nezuko multiple times. And then he cut his arm and tried to provoke her. But she turned her head away from him. And the master of the Demon Slayers is like, there you go. There's your proof that, Nezuko will not attack humans. Mm-hmm. And then they got healed and they trained and stuff like that. Nezuko is still asleep at this point. It's hard to say how long they were training and stuff like that. It had to have been months. Because now Zenitsu's arms are now back to normal length. Because Zenitsu almost turned into a spider.
Yeah. Well, when you look at when they fight the spider family, if you see the people who turn into spiders, it looked like that baby doll head from fucking Toy Story.
Yeah.
With put on the robotic spider.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if they were able to heal all the people that were turned into spiders.
Some say, I think so, but not maybe a lot of them.
Because I know that they were taking them too, and a lot of them were crying, so I hope that they were able to turn all of them, or at least some of them, back into human, at least. But yeah, so Zenitsu, he's in love with Nezuko. Mm-hmm. He's in love with any girl, actually. And he uses his technique. The only time he actually really uses his technique is if he's sleeping. Which is really weird, but...
Hey, why not? And, you got Noisuke, who wears like a
boar head.
A boar head, but he also has, since he grew up in the mountains and the wilderness, he uses like animal senses and some kind of like a radar thing.
Yeah, I don't think he was actually formally trained. I think what it was is he stole a Demon Slayer's sword, and then he just became a Demon Slayer that way. I don't think, because I think his technique was self-taught. So, yeah, and then you have Shinobu, whose her technique is like an insect type thing. And then Tomioka's technique is the same as Tanjiro's because they have the same master. God, Mike. So, yeah, it's pretty much it. When it ended, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro got sent to go join Rangoku. The dude, he uses fire. I know that. And they go to the train to do the Mugen train thing. Yeah, Rengoku. That's what it was, Rengoku. So they're at the train. They're supposed to meet up with him. And the demon that they're going to be fighting is part of the lower 12
lower 12 demons.
Demon thing that Muzan did. And Kizuki, that's what it was. And he basically got is it a guy or is it a girl?
What
the demon that they're going to be fighting against, is that female or male? I can't tell.
It's anime. Take your best shot.
Okay, we're just calling it they. So the demon got some of Muzan's blood, and Muzan told this demon, hey, if you kill one of the Hashira and kill the kid with the Hanafudu earrings, I'll give you even more of my blood and make you even stronger. But Muzan killed all of the demons except for that one demon. Because that demon knew what to say to keep from dying, basically. So, so much blood. But yeah, so I actually enjoyed it. I remember watching the first episode on Toonami when they first showed it on Toonami. And then I just never really stuck with it. And because I wanted to do other things like play video games.
Right.
So I never stuck with it, and I don't know why it took me this long to watch it.
I don't know. But
I did finish it. Well, the first season anyways. And I'm looking forward to the Mugen Train, which we already have all of our October videos ready, or what we're going to talk about during October. So we probably won't talk about Mugen Train until maybe November.
Yeah. And before we head out, we wanted to say thanks for listening to us. Thanks for our 2 top listeners who stuck through us. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Seth.
Yeah.
And we also want to say before we go, we are up at 11 subscribers. We need 89 more to get up to 100. When we get up to 100, we will show our faces. And I know you guys say why we don't want to show our faces now is because we have our privacy. We kind of want to keep it that way for a little bit. And when we get up to 100 subscribers, we'll show our faces. And here's a twist. We will do some cosplaying. Now, I'm going to regret this. I'm be cosplaying as Lady Tsunade. I don't know why Jules think a woman is a good idea for me.
Hey, it'd be fun to do. And I'm going to be cosplaying as
Gordon
from Black Clover.
You're gonna look like Marilyn Manson.
I'm definitely going to look like Marilyn Manson.
Well,
You're so fucking weird, Mike. Okay, so yes, just remember, like, subscribe. If there is anything you want us to talk about, put it in the comments below, and we will see about getting to it.
and next week's hint, and since it's going to be close to October, so we decided that.
Well, the episode will be going up in October.
Right, the episode will be going up in October. So our theme for the October season, Feed Me Seymour.
Okay, you guys have a good day, and we will see you later. Bye.